It's the moment Alsu Kurmasheva had dreamed of for months. An emotional reunion with her family at Joint Base Andrews outside Washington after more than 9 months of wrongful detention in Russia.
I was greeted by the president and by vice president, and it was such an honor for me, but everything I could see was my daughters.
A journalist for VOA's sister outlet, Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, in Prague, Kurmasheva was convicted in a secret trial on charges of spreading false information about the Russian military.
I was jailed for 288 days, and every minute of it is suffering. It's going through humiliation, and inmates in Russia and Belarus, they don't have any rights.
Freed as part of a historic prisoner swap on August 1st, Kurmasheva traveled first to a military base in Texas and then to her home in Prague to recover.
I want to enjoy my life from now on.
Back in Prague, finally setting foot in her family's apartment was overwhelming, she said.
I cried. I cried for the first time since many days. I knew I would cry because it meant a lot. It was such a happy cry. I still can't stop hugging my children.
Kurmasheva's case is part of Moscow's wider crackdown on independent media. She was one of 2 American journalists the United States says were wrongfully detained in Russia. Like Kurmasheva, Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich was detained and convicted in a sham trial before also being released in the swap. Learning that Gershkovich would walk free was emotional for Paul Beckett, who led the journal's campaign to secure the reporter's release.
Tears of relief, smiles of joy. Hard to fully comprehend. I think it's probably still a bit hard to fully comprehend, but yeah, just a moment of an enormous weight lifted, and all of the effort felt like at that moment it paid off.
Gershkovich is doing well, despite having spent around 500 days in prison, Beckett says.
It's just amazing to get a life started, or restarted. So that's what we've been focused on. I think he's taking time to decompress and just find his feet again.
The cases of Gershkovich and Kurmasheva highlight the Russian government's harsh crackdown on independent journalism.
And journalists are afraid to seek independent sources of information because all those sources have been banned or have been designated illegal in Russia. The whole society and also media has been put on survival mode.
Now reunited with her family, Kurmasheva says she wants to turn her attention to political prisoners still jailed, including 3 of her colleagues at RFERL. Liam Scott, VOA News.